Roundtable Sports Network is your one-stop shop for all things NFL, with daily live shows covering all 8 divisions in the league, hosted by the best content creators on the web, all on one network. Catch the AFC East live every Monday at 7 p.m. and on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. The AFC West Roundtable live Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. The AFC North Roundtable live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. The AFC South Roundtable live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. The NFC East Roundtable live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. The NFC West Roundtable live at 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights. The NFC North Roundtable is at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, and the NFC South Roundtable is live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST. And of course, Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network, covering all things NFL at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel. Real coverage, real fans. We are live here on Fourth and Forever. I'm your host, Richie Malora, and yeah, you're stuck with me today, folks. Dan's got a dentist appointment. TD's still feeling under the weather, but I got you covered because last night we have a Thursday night football game to recap. We have more Week 4 matchups to preview. I would appreciate if you guys can still tune in. Just because Dan and TD are not here, I would appreciate if you guys can come and support me here on Fourth and Forever. I got a solo show. A solo show talking all things NFL. Do me a favor, hit the like button. I'm excited to be live here with you all here on the flagship daily NFL show on the network, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got my boy Hennessy Heisman representing. We got Johnny represented. Beanie Man. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate you guys as always. Tuning on in, man. I got to hit the standing desk because I got a lot on my shoulders today. We got a Fourth and Forever show, solo dolo, baby. Let's do it. I'm bringing the juice. I know I'm capable of it. If you guys could show me some love and the support in the chat, I would appreciate it. So let's get straight into business. Start off with last night's game between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, boy. Of course, they leave. Of course, Dan and TD are not here when my boy Sam Darnold goes out there, cooks the world. Oh, baby. What are your guys' thoughts of that matchup last night between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals? The Cardinals almost came back. They did come back. They tied it up. You think it's going to overtime. But man, oh man, I got to talk about this real quick. I hate the new kickoff rule because the Cardinals kicker gets a flag because they do not kick it in the landing zone. And then all of a sudden the Seahawks get the ball at the 40-yard line. Wow. I mean, that's unbelievable. But you know I'm going to be pushing some Sam Darnold propaganda. You best believe that because look at these numbers, folks, of Sam Darnold since the start of last year. 17-4, 5,224 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, 14 picks. And I know what you're thinking, hey, Sam Darnold, he crumbled in pressure. Okay? Yes, absolutely. He did. But as a Jets fan, I got to be honest, man. Watching my boy Sam out there ball the way that he's doing, it hurts. Not going to lie. And, bro, like, you can't just stat-wise. If you look at the numbers and just look at the box score of what Sam did compared to the actual throws and the types of plays he was making last night, it's a different world, man. He was out there absolutely showing the NFL world that he's got that talent, bro. He can make every single throw. He can stretch the ball down the field. He can throw on the run. He can make plays with his legs. He's reading defenses. He's playing confident. So the Seattle Seahawks, man, I know that Arizona isn't really a team to be threatened by, but man, I'm very impressed with the Seahawks defensively. I'm impressed with their overall squad. Now, what's going wrong with the Cardinals, though, man? Kyler Murray looks absolutely trash. It took until the fourth quarter for him to get going. Marvin Harrison Jr., that interception that was on Murray was not on Murray. It was on Marvin Harrison Jr. in the first half, right? I feel like the Cardinals, man, they're in a very interesting spot with Kyler Murray as their starting quarterback. Do you guys think that he will be their quarterback next year? Because I think there's a world where he's not there long term. And you look at the Cardinals organization, man, they went out there and they made that decision to even pay Kyler, and boy, oh boy, he's not great. He's not looking good, man, but you know who's looking good is Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is really stepping up as a real quarterback, bro. Absolutely. So that's an interesting game last night that we had to start the show off with, is Thursday Night Football. Are you guys buying or selling on the Seattle Seahawks? Do you guys think that they're legit or are they frauds? 3-1 are the Seahawks. And I think that replacing Geno Smith with Sam Darnold was an improvement for the Seattle Seahawks. They got a defense. They got a run game. They got weapons. I think that the Seahawks are a real threat in the NFC. Not a threat to win the whole conference, but to make the playoffs, I think that's a real thing, man. I think they have a solid squad, and it starts with Sam Darnold, bro. He can do a lot of things that you need to be able to do in the NFL, and I'm sorry, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but as a Jets fan, it still breaks my brain that we gave up on him. Joe Douglas, what are you doing, man? And I know Sam needed to leave the Jets in order for him to become the quarterback he is today, and do you guys know the quarterback that he gave credit to helping him unlock his game? They talked about it in last night's broadcast. It was Brock Purdy, a quarterback that was younger than him. His stop in San Francisco, he credited Brock Purdy of being the guy that helped him pay attention to the detail in preparing for games. I thought that was interesting to hear from Sam Darnold. So big time thing about the Seattle Seahawks. You guys let me know in the chat right now. I'm going to make a poll. Are you guys buying into the hype of the Seahawks? Are you buying in? And when I say the hype, man, this does not mean a Super Bowl contender. That's not my point here. But are they a legit threat to win the NFC West and go on a playoff run? Are you buying into the hype of the 3-1? Bear with me, folks. I'm doing the show alone. I think that they have a chance. Now, the one thing we have to make sure that we're aware of is last year Sam Darnold had a fantastic season just to lay an egg in the playoffs. And that's something that is definitely going to be on his, a lot of people are definitely going to be keeping a close eye on Sam. Can he replicate it in the big moments against big teams and all that stuff? So big time shout out to the Seahawks, man, and the McDonald-led Seahawks and all of those guys. So you guys let me know your thoughts about that. The poll is live. Don't forget to hit the like button. I am solo dolo today on 4th and Forever, and I would appreciate it if you guys, number one, still watch. I don't want you guys to click in and just see Richie and click out. Stay with me. Give me a chance at least. Because Dan Mitchell, he is unable to make it today. TD Finstock, unable to make it today. So I'm here all alone, and I'd appreciate if I had the Roundtable Sports community behind my back showing me some support, man. Let's do it. All right, so let's move right along. Let's move right along into the latest NFL news around the league. We found out that Jaden Daniels will not be playing in their matchup this week. The Washington Commanders are without their starting quarterback for another week, taking on the Washington Commanders are taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I think that's definitely that's going to be an interesting game. I still got the Commanders in this one. You guys let me know who you guys got winning, Commanders or Falcons. I think that the Commanders, even with Marcus Mariota, and without Terry McLaurin, now maybe the Falcons going to have a bounce-back week. They looked so bad last week. They looked so bad, the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix is just, I don't know, man. It's whether it's a coaching staff issue or a quarterback issue, but Marcus Mariota looked like a legit quarterback that he could be a starter in this league based off what I saw last week. So let me know in the chat right now, who do you guys got winning this one? Washington with Marcus Mariota starting and without Terry, or do you got Atlanta bouncing back with a win? You guys let me know in the chat right now. Who you got winning this one between the Falcons and the Commanders? Let me know in the chat right now. All right? I think that what we're going to see in this one is an interesting NFC matchup. And if the Commanders can win 2 games without Jaden Daniels and he can get back on the field when they're 3-1, that's massive for the Washington Commanders. They have Super Bowl aspirations. They're thinking about big time aspirations after being just a game shy of the Super Bowl last year. So I feel like the Commanders are definitely going to get the job done. And guys, I am still figuring out who to pick in my survival pool, and I would love it if you guys can help me out in this show. I have not made my pick yet. I don't want to pick the Bills over the Saints just because I want to save the Bills. As much as we all know this is a lock. Is there a lock around the league? Like, I'm scared to pick the Chargers over the Giants, to be honest. Who knows? The Giants could easily just shock the world. And you got to remember, when it comes to these survival pools, stay away from the easiest locks because those are the ones that usually just fail. Like, what I would rather do is pick a game like Steelers-Vikings and just get it right. I don't know. I mean, one team's going to win, but I still got to figure out who I am taking in my survival pool because that's definitely stressing me out. I'm not going to lie. Got to give a big shout out to our proud sponsor of the network, Sleeper. You guys know Sleeper by now. Don't forget to check them out. Link in the top of the description. Link right now in the chat. Don't forget to check them out, folks. You guys get a $100 deposit match up to $100 by using our code RTS. And the cool thing about Sleeper, man, is they're going nowhere. Make sure you guys check them out. Click the link. We appreciate you guys tuning in to Sleeper as we always do. Shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring the show. I think that I've made some decent cash on here, so bet responsibly. Terms and conditions apply, of course, but always a big shout out to Sleeper. Always a big shout out to Sleeper, man. So let's get into more of the games and talk about what you guys are saying in the chat. Ravens versus Chiefs. I'm staying away from this game. No way I am picking one of these teams because that's a coin flip. I think the Ravens are the front runners in that one, but still, I don't want to pick either of those games, man. Smash the like button. Help our guys out. We all love to watch. Well, thank you, Sydney. I appreciate that. That's really very generous of you. All right, let's do it. Sam Darnold-led teams have started 3-1 last 2 seasons, but we have Tua. At least you got Tua, man. At least you got Tua. We'll see what the Tua Tagovailoa looks like on Monday night, which we will get into. Don't you freaking worry about that, folks. I know everyone's thinking about it. But let's get into Richie's impromptu topic. What should I go with right now? I think there's a lot of interesting conversations around the NFL right now. And I definitely feel like when you look around the NFL, there are some people that are absolutely buying in to Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. But are you buying into the hype or not? Now, I want to get into something that happened with my Jets. And the only thing that happened today that is, I think, interesting is Steve Wilks, our defensive coordinator for the New York Jets, he had a clapback, which was perfect to Baker Mayfield. Now, if you missed it, Baker Mayfield, after beating the New York Jets, this is what he had to say.
I loved it, and it's also their D coordinator was the one that cut me in Carolina, so it was a lot of stuff was personal today. Hassan Reddick, former Jet, a lot of people.
So Baker Mayfield called out Steve Wilks for cutting him in Carolina, and he thought that game last week was personal. And then this is what Steve Wilks had to say in response to that comment of Baker Mayfield saying it was personal because Steve Wilks cut him in Carolina when he was the interim head coach.
Jason, your only reaction to that?
A lot of respect for Baker. Tremendous football player, and he's doing a hell of a job with those guys down there. So nothing really to say beyond that. I don't know how long you've been doing this, but I'm sure you're quite educated on it. I don't really think an interim coach has that much authority over personnel. If that's the case, I would have never gotten rid of our best player, Christian McCaffrey.
Bang! I mean, what a comeback. I mean, listen. Steve Wilks has been absolutely trash this year as a defensive coordinator, but you like that clapback. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't know if interim head coaches have really any say on personnel. If I had any say in the personnel, I wouldn't have traded our best player, Christian McCaffrey, which is facts. So I think that's just Baker Mayfield just like trying to make something. I mean, the guy's the king of chips on his shoulder. I'm a fan of Baker Mayfield. I really am. But what are we doing? You really had a chip on your shoulder going up against Steve Wilks? Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? So I love the clapback from Steve Wilks on that situation. You guys let me know what you thought of that. I definitely thought that was interesting. All right. Now, let's move right along to another game that I wanted to preview. The Carolina Panthers heading to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. This is a big game for both teams. Both teams 1 and 2 have a chance to get to 2 and 2 on the season. This is a massive game for the Patriots, bro. Absolutely massive game for the New England Patriots because the Patriots, they've beat the Dolphins and they lost to the Raiders and the Steelers. So if they lose to the Panthers and go to 1 and 3, I mean, who's taking the Patriots seriously? But on the other side, if they're able to finally get a win at home, their first home win of the season, and beat a team in the Panthers, who, by the way, are coming off a dominant victory over the Atlanta Falcons. I don't care if the Falcons are bad. Dominating a game like that in the division is impressive. Like, this is massive for the Patriots, because if people in the Patriots organization, people in the Patriots fan base, they want people to respect New England, they need to go out there and handle business against Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, because if they fall to 1-3 and lose to this team, I mean, I know it's early on in the season, but this is what you got to see. I'm looking at Drake May. In this one. What is he going to look like? Because according to Colby, he's a top 5 quarterback statistically in the NFL. Now, Carolina shut down Michael Penix. Drake May, both from last year's draft class. Is Drake May going to be able to step up to the plate and make some plays, help them win football games, protect the ball, do not turn it over? He has turnover issues. I mean, listen, the Patriots, they should win. They absolutely should win. So you guys let me know in the chat, who do you got winning this game? Patriots or Panthers? Let me know in the comments right now. Who do you guys got winning? And don't forget to smash the like button if you did not already on your way into the show. We're live here on Roundtable Sports Network's Fourth and Forever for a Friday Richie special. A Friday Richie special, man. If you're enjoying the content and you want to help out your boy, let me know. Let me know in the chat, man. We appreciate you guys tuning on into this show, as you always do. I wanted to give a shout out real quick to another sponsor, which is Prop GPT, man, an AI prop analysis tool that will help you with your sleeper picks. For example, you guys can allow them to help your parlays. Parlay smarter, win bigger. The world's most cutting-edge AI-generated prop analysis tool. Real-time AI analysis. Really cool stuff here on Prop GPT. So go over to your app store, download Prop GPT, folks, and you will get an opportunity to leverage artificial intelligence to help with your picks. And maybe you just want to have a second opinion, right? Maybe you make your parlays, and maybe you want to feed it to Prop GPT. You're like, hey, this is my picks. What are your thoughts of it? Maybe they'll help you out. You never know. This is a rising app, and you guys should definitely go check it out, man. Definitely go check out Prop GPT, an AI prop analysis tool when you're making your sleeper picks. They have it on iPad. They have it on iPhone, right? It is the world's most cutting-edge AI research prop analysis to help you with your player prop bets, all right? It can also identify parlay weaknesses and all that fun stuff. So shout out to Prop GPT as always, all right? Now let's get into some more games of the week. All right. The big game that I'm looking after the most is obviously this one. The Baltimore Ravens heading to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. 2 AFC juggernauts, at least heading into the season, they're juggernauts. One of these two teams will be 1-3. One of these two teams will be 1-3. Who will it be? I think the world is expecting the Ravens to win. But what if the Chiefs? What if this is where they get their momentum back and start putting some fear in some people? Now, the Chiefs coming off an unimpressive win last week against the Giants. The Chiefs lose. Then we're going to have some real conversation about the Chiefs finally being a squad that's not even going to be a playoff contender. Because one of these squads fall into 1-3. And this is why I'm saying the AFC has never been more open. Never been more open than it is right now. Because with the Chiefs or the Ravens going to 1-3, and the Colts being 3-0, and it's like the Buffalo Bills and the Chargers are the only two teams that you can really take seriously in the AFC. I'm still not counting out the Ravens at all. But like the Colts, I got to see what they do against the Rams before I'm really buying into that. All right? Who do you guys got winning this one? And I'm going to end the poll about the Seahawks. Seems like it's a 50-50 split on the people buying into the Seahawks. Respect. I want to see who do you got winning. Now, I want the chat to answer this question objectively, not with your feelings, because I know everybody wants the Ravens to win because everyone hates the Chiefs, right? But who do you think? If you're putting money on it, who you got your money on? The Kansas City Chiefs or the Baltimore Ravens? All right? The poll is live. Vote in the poll to let me know who you guys got winning this matchup. It's going to be an awesome game. Don't forget to smash the like button as well if you did not already on your way into the show. I am hosting the show alone today, so I'd appreciate if you guys could show your boys some love, man. It's the least you could do. I'm trying my best to put on some entertaining football talk as we head into the weekend for you guys. My boy Justin with a $2 super chat. I got Patriots, but I'm not confident at the moment. All right, you should be confident, man. It's your Patriots. You should ride or die with your team. You should believe, Justin. Thanks for the $2, my friend. Much love to you. Everybody give Dono hype to Justin. So the poll is live on who you guys think is going to win between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. So far, the Baltimore Ravens are winning the poll at a 66% vote. Remember, this is not who you want to win. This is who you think will win. Big difference. Because I know every single Bills fan are going to pick the Ravens because they hate the Chiefs. They can't stand the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the team that they can't beat in the playoffs, so they want the Chiefs to get buried. So I bet you every single Bills fan is clicking that Baltimore button. But do you really think they're going to win? Are you just saying that because you hate the Chiefs, or you actually believe in it? Come on, man. We need some objectivity here. Because I think people are just counting out the Chiefs too much, man. I really do think that Kansas City, at home at Arrowhead, them getting their first win last week, the way that the Baltimore Ravens seem to be more vulnerable than we thought defensively, the Derrick Henry fumble, I think this is going to be a classic. I think this is where Patrick Mahomes has the best game of his season. Now, I'm not super confident in picking the Chiefs because I really feel like the Baltimore Ravens could easily win the game, but man, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a classic. It's going to be an absolute classic. All right? I picked the Chiefs. I'm in the minority Bills fan that wants to go through Kansas City instead of the Ravens, as you should. If you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to get through the team that you couldn't get through behind. Like, if the Bills beat the Chiefs in the playoffs and go win a Super Bowl, that will mean more than anything. Come on, man. That's the mindset you should have if you're a Bills fan. Chiefs are the reason Buffalo misses the playoffs every year. Buffalo fans, stop lying, LOL. I hate the Chiefs too. I think you mean they're the reason why they miss the Super Bowl every year. But yeah, point still stands. Dan would be insufferable. Facts, man. This is going to be a classic game between the Chiefs and the Ravens. I'm excited about it. You guys should be too, man. I am definitely fired up about this one. Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. Two multi-time MVPs. All right. Seems like the chat is definitely leaning more towards Baltimore than ever before. All right. Now, moving right along. Another great game. A Sunday night football matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. I think this is another game that's going to be an instant classic. A big reason for it, of course, is the Micah Parsons return to Jerry World. Will Micah Parsons get a sack? That's all I care about. Will Micah Parsons get an opportunity to put it to Jerry? So the Cowboys are not having any tribute video, by the way. No tribute video. Will Micah Parsons get his revenge against the Dallas Cowboys and win the game with a sack? I think that the Packers losing to the Browns last week humbled them a little bit. The Packers defense is really freaking good. But the offense, Jordan Love, Jacobs, all those guys, they got to step up, man. Their offense lost him the game last week against Cleveland. How do you lose to Joe Flacco? No offense. I think this is a get-back game for Green Bay. They always play well in Dallas, going back to the Rodgers era. Even Jordan Love played well in Dallas in that playoff game 2 years ago. Will Micah Parsons? I got the Packers, bro. I think Micah Parsons is going to be determined. Did you guys hear what Jerry Jones had to say, by the way, about this game? I got to find it and show you guys, dude. Jerry Jones is a madman, bro. I'm telling you, he's Emperor Palpatine. He's Emperor Palpatine. Any of my Star Wars fans in the chat knows what I'm talking about. But I got to show you guys what Jerry Jones had to say, because this is just ridiculous. The disrespect off the charts. Listen.
About it, Micah is special, and we all know he is, and he can be disruptive. But we have huge amounts of experience with the anecdotes that we've seen used on us for the last 4 years. Right. And while he does make great plays, there is also a way to approach playing against Micah, as we know, because we didn't exactly win the Super Bowl during those years.
Wow.
So, bottom line is, when I look at playing him, I think of trying to have him as an advantage when we were playing other teams over the last 4 years. And some plays it looks beautiful, but then other plays, especially running plays, you can wish you'd have had a different formation.
Wow. I mean, that is just... If you guys did not pick up on what he said, Jerry Jones basically is like, well, we didn't win any Super Bowls with Micah, and Micah is not good against the run, so we're going to take advantage of that, and we wish we had different formations out in the field with Parsons not on the field during certain plays. That's crazy. That's ultimate disrespect. Jerry Jones having no regard for Micah Parsons. Wow. I think that is as classless as you can get, but it's not shocking. It's coming from Jerry Jones himself. Like, I don't know, man. Who is the Cowboys running back anyway? Javonte Williams. CeeDee Lamb is not in this game. He's injured, so it's going to be up to George Pickens. Javonte Williams got to step up, who's been really good, by the way, so far this season. But what a weird thing to say on the radio. Just calling out Micah. While he does make great plays, there's also a way to approach playing it against Micah. As we know, we didn't exactly win the Super Bowl those years. Some plays it looks beautiful, but then other plays, especially running plays, you wish you had a different formation. That's the ultimate disrespect, man. And this is why I love X. Look at this meme that is underneath that post. Jerry Jones, man. Look at that filter. You all know he's hurting deep down. That mic is gone. Come on, bro. Crazy stuff. Unbelievable. Jerry Jones. There's nobody in the NFL that runs a team like Jerry. No one. I got Green Bay in this one, man. What do you guys got? Let me know in the chat who you guys winning that game. Maybe the Cowboys could pull it off, but hey, I'm going to go with Green Bay with a bounce-back win, and the Cowboys have a chance to fall to 1-3, which is wild stuff. Wild stuff. All right? Let's get into some Patreon callers. First Patreon caller of the show is JT's up first. What up, JT?
Yo, Richie, what's up, my guy? How we doing?
I'm doing great, my man. How about yourself?
Doing great. We got some great games this weekend, man. Between that Baltimore and Chiefs game and the Packers and Dallas game, we got some good games this weekend. But what Jerry Jones said is definitely crosses the line, man. Parsons going to be out for blood. Because if you remember, I believe I'm remembering this right, when the last time Dallas made the playoffs and they got blown the fuck out by, who they got blown out by? Packers.
Yeah.
Dak looked trash, dude. Dak was missing all of his throws. Parsons wasn't the reason they lost. That Dak was, in my opinion. And the biggest problem is Dak doesn't shine. Great regular season, early year quarterback, but then he really turns into a pumpkin late in the season. That's what I noticed from him.
No, you're 100% right, and I appreciate the call, JT. Much love to you, my man. Enjoy your weekend.
Jets, baby. Want to get that in before you let me off.
Oh, thank God. I'm happy you got that in. That's my boy JT right there. Talking some Jets at the end of there. But no, what he had to say is interesting. Dak Prescott He's the one that doesn't step up, man, in the playoffs. Yeah, Micah hasn't really stepped up in the playoffs either, but the quarterback is the guy that needs to step up the most. You let Jordan Love walk into your house and just have one of those historical games against you. I agree with what JT had to say. Seems like the chat is riding with the Packers in this one. Will Micah Parsons get his revenge? 85% of you guys say yes in the chat. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button as well. We want to get this to over 100 likes. Your boy is rocking a solo 4th and Forever episode today, so I would appreciate if you guys can show your boy some love. Show your boy some love. Come on, man. Where's the love? Hit the like button, subscribe. You know the drill. You know the drill. All right? I think that we have a lot of interesting things to talk about. Want to give you guys another update that RotoWire is a proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports. If you guys did not know, you can sync your leagues with RotoWire, and they will give you all the assets, all the tools you possibly need to check out all the things you need, man. This is one of my leagues in Sleeper with my college team. Unfortunately, Joe Burrow went down for me, all right? But I got all the news for my squad. Luckily, Marvin Harrison actually did something for me. I'm 0-3 in this game, bro, and it's driving me nuts. But luckily, we got the waiver wire assets here. We got everything that we needed to know across. See best available. Keenan Allen's available in my league? What? I didn't even know that, thanks to RotoWire. Now I know he's available. And you have multiple leagues. You can say, oh, he's a free agent in my league, but in another league, he is taken. So RotoWire really gives you all the assets you possibly need. You guys get 15% off by using our code RTS. Link is in the description. Big time shout out to RotoWire for being the proud fantasy football tool sponsor of 4th and Forever. Absolutely love RotoWire, giving me a leg up over all things across the league. Let's get back into the callers. We got Lascelles up next. What's up, Lascelles?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, what Jerry Jones said was absolutely abysmal. He just can't help. He just hates seeing that Michael Parsons is doing well in the Packers, and the Cowboys are one of the worst defenses in the league. So but it's gonna be a close match. It's gonna be not close at all, really. Honestly, I'm expecting. I don't think this ever happened, but I think Michael Parsons can get close to the all-time game sack record this game.
In this game?
Yeah,
You're
I
that
think he
high
can
on
get
him.
over seven because it's like when you angered the beast. When you angered the beast, you don't want to test. You don't want to test the beast. And right now, Jerry Jones is really testing Micah Parsons. He's really testing him, and it's probably not going to turn out as well as he thinks. But also I feel like this is just what the Cowboys I feel had to happen to the Cowboys, to be honest, because in the end of the day, they were just. It's like what the Dolphins are kind of. Like they always been a playoff team, but they can never get over the hump. Maybe they need a complete reset and just go into a new era. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
Well, thank you for the call, Lascelles. He's expecting Micah Parsons to have one of the most iconic games in history, breaking the sack record. That's unbelievable. So shout out to Lascelles for being a proud Patreon member and a supporter of Roundtable Sports Network. We appreciate that, Lascelles. Much love to you as always. But yeah, we got some spam in the chat, spamming JTS, and then someone spamming DOLPHINS. I don't even know what that means. I don't know. What word is that? I don't know. Never heard of it. Never heard of that in my life. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. Wink, wink. I'm surprised the Cowboys can be competitive with the way Jerry Jones treats and talks about current and former players. Yeah, bro, what a dysfunctional mess. A dysfunctional mess that Jerry Jones got going on over there in Jerry World. But we'll see how that goes. We will definitely see how that goes. But, yeah, I think some other games that we did not get into yet. This is a big one. The Eagles and Buccaneers, 2-3-0 teams. I could see an upset. And it's not, I guess, that much of an upset because the Bucs are 3-0. But I'm bought into the Bucs, man. It's going to be hard, though, for the Bucs because they got a lot of issues up front. Offensive line is not looking great. A lot of penalties. Mike Evans is injured. So I think the Eagles will probably get the job done here. But correct me if I'm wrong, chat. The Bucs beat the Eagles in the playoffs a few years back. And Baker Mayfield is that dude. He led 3 game-winning drives so far this season. All 3 wins. Oh, man. Those Buccaneers, man, the Jets should have beat them. But we didn't. So I can't go that far. But this is going to be a really fun game to watch. 3-0 versus 3-0. That's going to be fun. All right? That's really what it comes down to. Smash the like button, folks. I had to host 4th and Forever all by myself today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Do you guys think I did a good job? Let me know in the chat. How'd I do? How'd your boy do hosting 4th and Forever solo dolo? I think now Dan and TD, they have to host their own 4th and Forever dolo. Now that I did it. How about that? Do you think they will or no? Do you think they're going to host it by themselves as good as I did or even better? Maybe. It's not a competition. We're all partners here. It's all jokes. But yeah, man, I feel like you guys deserve an episode. We were considering canceling the show because both Dan and TD couldn't make it. And I was like, no, we ain't canceling. I got you. I'll host this solo. You guys deserve some 4th and Forever to bring us into the weekend, to talk about last night's game, to preview some of the matchups on Sunday, because you guys do so much for us here at Roundtable Sports, and you guys definitely deserve that. Want to remind you guys that I will be in LA next week for an NFC West Roundtable event for Thursday Night Football between the Rams and the Niners. Wish me luck. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be in LA alone, by the way, with the NFC West Roundtable crew, so I won't be alone, but no TD, no Dan, no Colby, and I'll be there managing the event, so wish me luck, folks. That's going to be an interesting opportunity for me over there in Los Angeles. And if my Mets make the playoffs, the Mets are actually versing the Dodgers in the postseason in LA, so that would be hectic if that happened. But I'm excited to see SoFi Stadium and represent Roundtable Sports on the West Coast. The first time the Roundtable Sports is on the West Coast, man, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so that's going to be fun. But, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support that you guys showed on this channel. I really do appreciate you guys more than you know. Everybody in the chat, make sure you subscribe here. I'll be live for my play-by-play reaction on Monday night. Excuse me. The Jets don't play on Sunday. They play on Monday. So we'll save the Jets-Dolphins preview when our boy TD is able to talk about his team. All right? So thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of 4th and Forever. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. I appreciate you guys showing love and support, even though I'm riding solo dolo today. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend, folks. It's a beautiful day out in New York right now. I don't know what the weather is like wherever you guys are living, but boy, I'm looking out my window and I see nothing but blue skies and sun. Woo! How about the Ryder Cup, by the way? If you guys don't know where the Ryder Cup is, it's right here on Long Island. Bethpage, baby. That's my home. Love it. Representing Long Island, New York. Love you guys so much. I'm out of here. Enjoy your weekend. Get some sun on your skin and enjoy your weekend. You guys are awesome. I'm out of here, folks. Richie, out. Peace out, folks.